From tossing in Candelas through Sandwich, then planting inside of Archive. He's using a load of smoke as well to cover things off. It looks
goes in, no damage. Astro's going to be sending the flashbangs in.
Souls has come up through the security hatch. Yep, he's inside of sight, and Cyber is the Terminator in this round. Utility, and unsurprisingly, you've got all of Rogue playing off around the map. One in Fountain, one in Office, a couple hanging out.
Support above, that's the big thing. Souls is in a position to cover here. That's wrong location though. Astro's still alive, but shut down. That's big from Spike. He does manage to grab it, but it means that Spike knows exactly where he is. Challenge!
All they need is a bit of cover. Kanto's worked his way back up, and Deepek's found himself one. Goes for the last, it's a quad for Souls, but Deepek clutches him. Souls finds Kanto at least this time around. His roaming days are over, but Leon is there again. They're of HP, and Leon finishes him off as well. The headshot meaning that damage was redundant.
Deepek repeats that performance. Bullet is going to be getting the diffuser down, but sort of 50-50 on the entry, but Kanto, he once again manages to step up, gets one.
One's crowd washing, and they've got no idea who's coming at this point, but there comes a big 2K from Crying.
The bullets just keep on coming, they catch him as he goes out of the window, can't get himself back on his feet. There's the kill. Finds his way back into sight. Bullet finds one, and this is looking good. 20 left to go. Deepek is going to be Crying, gets punished by a run out. Spike shut down. He's going to find this 1v4.
He's not going to be able to find that again.
This Rogue need to start using this bit of map control that they're gaining.
Real good backstab threat onto these members of FaZe. What a reverse shot.
Aware of its presence, so he's just going to be holding a position to try. FaZe are just cutting them down as they do. They just, you know, as soon as their focus is ticked.
A couple of bits of chip damage once again coming down onto the members of FaZe, but a C4 coming out to Spike.
Taking damage there, trying to force his way into sight and get something going, but he's seriously low health, can't take another bullet, can't take another graze. He's been playing in this position every single defensive round so far.
He's buried in towards East Stairs here. They've got one nice side angle, but
Leon who moves back into the map there. 40 seconds left to go. Leon gets himself
overtime at this point. One man inside a Sandwich, the last one left standing. Rogue
taking a lot of damage from Crying on the underneath there. Challenges again, gets the user is down just outside of the window. And his position is shown as an ability to play there, but Kanto just being able to predict because it's been done.
What's going on? Get your flank drone set up and then go for the play. They're in for the plant, and they know there's one more man left. He did get a second kill, but
the second challenge coming though, and that is going to be the trade as Bullet manages. They are taking their time about this. They get one, but Kanto's there for an immediate trade. 1v3 though, cut down, and that is going to be FaZe. They take map one, border is theirs. Azami, I think our best example of Azami on Villa that I've seen this stage has got to be Alan. He's not always aware of it. That's going to be one Twitch drone taken down, but that's going to be one.
In fact, it was a nade from below that killed the Yokai that was just coming around 90. Unfortunate for a little bit of support, but has to know that he's coming up against the Finker, and it ain't. Deepek's got to step through and win the fight against Souls, which he does do, and steps in, but can't find the man who's planting. Astro bucks him in the ground.
Pretty, I don't think, as he comes around the corner into the man. Bullet with the final. Difficult for FaZe to be able to push in or launch any sort of sneak attack, but here comes Kanto on the flank, shut down in bathroom by Souls. Manages to get one, but it's likely to be his last. No, manages to find.
That's the big one for him. Stepping across here, they hold the angle, but Deepek, Big ET, but can he get there in time? Cameraman's going to complete. Big ET! Stabbed in the back here by, I believe it's Crying playing up behind him, but it's Cameraman in sight alone. Souls comes through, one off towards 90. Cameraman finished off by the
takes a bit of damage away from Souls. Every little helps as Deepek decides he's having none of that challenge and drops back.
Oh,
the push into Memorial, but Deepek and a peek around into sight. They know where he is. They shoot.
Push coming through here, but that doesn't mean the plant won't go down. Crying shut down. There's enemies at the gates on all sides at this point. He brings down one, but has got four more to do.
I don't mean Astro, the player, I mean the locator. Right in the back of that mirror position so they can start challenging Master Bedroom. Leon, 5 versus 3, there's a pre-placed Nitro on the floor though. Cameraman pings manages to find one. Crying shuts him down underneath though. Leon with his third.
FaZe like Liquid just moving around them as well. Not feeling they have to go too aggressive.
The wall is going to be the problem as Leon finds out. He gets one, but no, cut down in of engagement here and just prodding from either side until they get the kill. To make sure that they're not ignoring what's behind them. How about that? Couldn't get the job done.
At that kind of range as well, you're hoping to complete the kills, Leon. The big one, and Souls wins it out. Cryin steps in, wins out the trade. It's a 2v1 against Astro.
It's all getting a bit frantic inside a site there. You just felt for a second, Cryin and Leon moved around. He's going to take out the default cam, but he doesn't know he's there. On to Bullet with the immediate trade, 3v2, 2v2, as Souls manages to find him. To get aggressive, he's got a bit of information ahead of him, but it's not enough.
Shining here, like dragging his team through some rough games, but Souls, he's
Still not sure of the top floor control. Leon's going to come head-to-head with Cameraman. Backstab here, I don't think they know that he's inside a site. That's one. Can he get it? Separate. They're looking for the pinch. Cyber manages to get one, but there's a big double. It was a 1v3. It's now a 1v1. DPEG. He's looking for his man. He sees him inside. He gets the kill. I'm giving up.
Cannot be controlled, Tim. I'm so sorry.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. Spoit, DPEG, onto Bullet and Cameraman. Cyber manages to get one, but with 8 seconds left to go, this is looking unlikely. The last is inside, back to side, and they're going to win the round. Cryin and Canto need to, because it's just too risky to play in that area.
As Leon's Astro. That is what this round really rides on. And oh my God! In a grand final would be a dream. He's still got Souls on the downstairs, he's Cryin.
Not overly chasing this, you feel there's maybe a bit of discussion. Get his man here, the Thinker's coming around. It's a freebie, it's Leon taking it away as Cameraman manages to get the kill anyway. But there comes the challenge, Spoit on the top floor, and that is going to be a big blow to FaZe. Astro, the challenge is going to come. Cryin knows where he is. Surely there. Nice. Any joy. Cameraman managing to open things up with a kill onto Cryin. Now this is
before Spoit finds the cross back. They've managed to find a second as well. And with the control, the plant is down. Cyber's sticking it out, but can they find the second? No.
He only needs one bullet effectively, but it's too late as Cyber side.
Tell you what, this interview could be something special as C4 comes over, but it's a double run out.
As much as he can. He's played fantastically well so far, but it's DPEG left to go. They don't need to worry about it. They've got the man advantage. They've got the kills. With him, it makes it extremely oppressive for the attackers trying to go in. Are a different beast on the defense of SKYSCRAPER as they're remaining inside the site. He's battling as hard as he can.
For this exhibition defense, just to give him something to worry about. Oh!
There's defenders at the minute. Bullet is looking underneath the Dragon.
Players still able to come pushing in. They should know that it's pretty safe to get here. And Leon finds one. He's playing below with a C4. He could play spoiler here. Astro finds one and Spoit is down. Can juice himself back up, I think, surely. Behind the table. And this Cyber the first one to go down as Leon pinches in with him as well.
Particularly of the site itself, it could lead to a diffuser going down. Leon pushing towards the final 30.
The drones, Tim, is what you see the man come charging past. This could really sting, but Cryin! Start things off again, not surprised to see this. I do think we'll rotate through a couple of... Still the ones only left alive.
You can absolutely guarantee that there is going to be a 3. Then that starts looking a little bit different. Leon sees his man.
DPEG's on one side, he looks away from his man. He's holding, but he misses. And DPEG to the right from above. But it all comes down to this. And they want to fight them, but they both run into them.
Taking a little bit as well. Canto having a tickle. Out comes the Nitro. Finding Cryin. And this is starting to fall apart. They've got every...
It's all tournament long to several teams. We saw it in the group stage against G2.
Takes something back as he finds a headshot on to Spoit, but beautiful.
Still, what more can they do? Cyber's down to about half HP, but his camera, oh, it's 3, just fall out of nowhere. We'll go into all about these 4v2s. Spoit, unknown, unseen, whips his shots. What is going on? Gets the shotgun. Cyber's going to try and push his way through. C4 onto the wall, in his steps, but he ends out the shotgun.
We had everything, and they were already gone. 3 versus 2 as kills rain in, though. As Astro pushes in, he could do some real damage, and does. Gets the only kill he really needs. It forces Cryin to put the diffuser down, and that's going to be an easy finish for Bullet as he moves in, surely, to find the last man. FaZe, they lock it up. So now I pick my...
I did think you shut up very suddenly, and I was like, oh.
I thought that I'd...
Well, normally you'll see a couple of players on ramp looking to challenge together. Spoit, once he gets through that cooldown.
5 versus 3 as Leon manages to down now, Rogue. It's not time to pause, it's time to kill. As Spoit manages to find Astro shut down, but to really help him too much in that position once this wall gets opened up. But he doesn't need it, Des. On the long angle, I think, wanting to just find somebody, some information, but it doesn't matter. As Cyber steps up, shotgun in hand, it's going to be Cameraman on the smoke. It's going to be the final kill for FaZe. Spoit. It frees up the flank for FaZe.
At this point, they've got to find a couple of kills. So I've never seen a plant coming in here before, but this could be enough. Nades and guns go crazy. And he's visible. We're down to the last 5 seconds. Astro is dug inside a gold bar. Bullets playing on the upstairs. Where can they make this plant happen? But there's a kill coming in from above. A 1-for-1, but they run out of time, and FaZe hold on. Here, I think as well. Also, of course, mindful of what can come from downstairs. Nade comes in, and that's a freebie.
Just now looking down into sight. They've got that stock control. They're 5 versus 3. Astro is dead before being theirs. Deepak, he's looking down. He's got a freebie. Bullet. FaZe are running around with no knowledge of what's ahead of them here. Opportunity to get themselves out of the windows. This one should be done and dusted. Des, they can to support them. Souls, you can see, is doing exactly that, but it's 3 versus. And that is going to be Cyber trying to push forward, but it is too late, Des. The headshot clock ticks down, and Rogue, they take round 5. He's got the tools to do the job and does exactly that. 5 versus 4. He's got himself inside a vault. Surely the time runs out. 3v3, and that is it. Losing half of his health, and it is becoming a sticky situation. And the other Cyber finding the kill perfectly worked as Bullet goes in. FaZe
knows where he is as well. Just going to swing him at this point. There's nothing he can do. FaZe
those angles. He's so far been a little bit quiet. For FaZe, here comes the drop down the hatch, and Kanto gets taken out before he can retreat.
That you want in this kind of situation. Oh my goodness, what was that?
He's inside a sight, he's looking to push, he decides to go from the soft wall angle. Absolute beauty. This is a masterclass from Cyber, but he might not get the job done. Spoit uses the sprint to get away, and then
Brian, Souls down to a slither of HP. Kanto with the close, and Rogue.
The time is now if you're gonna go, Cryan.
No claymores on side, out he goes as well.
Back on track here as Bullet. He manages to get the kill onto Kanto. He gets the kill onto Leon. It's highly unlikely. Deepak, he's got the weapon to do it. The Alder we know is fantastic, but no, the push comes
taking Leon's life without question. Really need some more players to go big, and Cryan's to kind of go.
Kanto does, I think, look like he's peering in that direction. It's not Kanto.
Bullet taking down a slither of HP, almost tagged down, finally gets down and finished off by Spoit.
2 nitros on the side of Rogue that he's going to have to deal with. Astro gets run around in circles. Comes out, but there's 2 more left in pocket that might follow. Cryan with the final kill.
So he can take as much ground as necessary, but Leon finds him, finds 2! Gets one on the rappel.
Is huge. We usually see Monty survive, at least until the end of the round, but Cyber still 4v3, 50 seconds left to go, but the diffuser needs to be collected. A kill comes in
as well. The juice pulled out one more time. Rogue find one more down. It's Cyber left standing, or get that plant down. It's not going to happen. Spoit finds the kill. We're right all the way to CLUBHOUSE, Tim.
What an chaos that I have to live with. The bans that have come in our very important final map.
What comes next? Rogue, as of yet, unable to deal with this Valkyrie. He sees the head of Spoit and takes him out.
For point Souls, he's the solitary man left downstairs. The drop comes in from Astro to support. He'll
get closed out by one of these last 2 players. Souls working his way through slowly. Not quite got the vertical angle, but the horizontal.
Normally we'd be saying it's time to start pushing, but it's not the end of the world here on Church and Arsenal. They managed to do some big work for FaZe. Here comes Cryan, but doesn't know, because FaZe know where he is now. They don't need to keep peeking this. They choose to, though. A bit of damage onto Souls, but not enough. Deepak manages to find a kill onto Bullet, but Astro is there. The second nade that was in pocket, I'm not sure if he'd released it or not, but Deepak, he steps up a Rogue, and that brings us back to 4v3, 4v2, as Leon manages to
find. I imagine to give a bit of support. Surely, boys, you don't give away a 4v2. There's Leon has made the cross, and Cryan finds the close. Rogue get themselves
earlier in the round as well, so 0 utility left there, and there's an attempted run over. Cancel.
2 players remaining last time around. Surely they don't lose this one. Cameraman falls down, and Bullet, he still keeps going. He'll draw out a second here, and he wants to fight. Almost finds the man, but Souls wins that 1 versus 1.
Health operators, that's about as good as it gets for Rogue, as Cryan finds Astro.
And the flank on with Souls stepping across. He might get an angle on towards Deepak here, but he's the last one left standing. It's constant. Rogue on a fast push in here, but Cryan put in the dirt by Cyber pretty much. It's theirs for the taking. Bullet almost going down, but there we go.
Perfect play from Rogue as they just bait Bullet into that challenge. Headshot from Deepak, and this is falling apart quickly for FaZe.
Next sentence. Leon taking a bit of chip damage from Bullet as he comes forcing his way up, but he's dropped down there. Down inside the blue as well and finished off. Leon and Spoit find two. Soul steps in there
about to get even more difficulty. Turn that difficulty level up to max as Souls gets the kill with the diffuser down. 32 seconds to make something happen. Can't find his shots, and cameraman shuts
same
him.
thing that Rogue did to them, which is to split the map in half a bit and try and find some freebies. Everything gets picked up for free in construction. It's all falling apart for Rogue here in round 10.
Expecting to be challenged and just doesn't see it. The drop comes in. Astro somehow wins out against Canterly now. He manages to down one, but this is difficulty on Max's Soul.
They will see every movement that you make, and that is the danger. But Kanto gets one back onto Bullet. Gets shot out, but they can retake top floor at this point, Tim. They go for the spray through the ceiling. Cameraman takes some damage. The vertical control! The angel of death that is Kanto finds Cameraman and sign this one out. Rogue are going to be a single round away from being able to win the major.
Bullet taking damage as well here, and this is not looking good for FaZe as Leon
They've got one more C4 left.
There's another kill coming in this time for Cameraman. On
way down long, they're on the step through. It's a 1-for-1. Deepek's down to a slither of HP, finished off. It's Spoit on a slither of HP. Spoit comes through, but finished off. We're going through to overtime, Tim. Brian is trying know about it coming up behind him.
He does.
I'm not sure he does. Yes, he does. It's 2 kills going the way of
hard wall. There's nothing that Bullet can do about that. Cameraman, he has to try something, but that's going to be number 3.
He can close this round out. One more bullet is enough to put Bullet in the grave. He's going to have to back away for a quick second before the next swing comes through. And there we go. It's a wonderful 2 versus 1 and defuse it.
And Soul's just keeping his position under wraps enough. There goes Bullet onto Crying. There goes Cameraman and Astro. This, it looks like...
They are all very isolated. He looks in towards bathroom, but Astro finds him, Tim.
Just to escape. He's coming back for more. Can he take a bite? No! He overextends. Cyber shuts him down.
3 left standing, but let's not get overexcited because there's always this possibility that Astro on the downstairs. Last 15. It's literally now or never. Spoit finds 1. 2 left standing. The plan's got to get stuck. They find the down as well. Yesterday they took the crown from LA. Today they take the kingdom from Latam.